What do we do when we get bored with sales? This time on Talking Sales with Joe. Whether you've been in sales for years or just starting your sales career, or even just thinking about a career in sales, Sales Talk with Joe is designed to help you become more successful. I was chatting with a friend not too long ago, and this friend mentioned to me that they've been in sales for about 15 years, and they're starting to become bored with sales. Now, I asked them, what do you mean by bored? And the friend said, well, I've been in my industry for about 13 years. I've sold roughly the same types of products for the last 13 years. I pretty much know when I go into a prospect, depending on who there is currently supplying them the product that I offer, what their response is going to be to me when I open the conversation. And everything is beginning to feel routine. Now, maybe folks, those of you that have been in sales for a long period of time haven't experienced that. I know I did. And it was right around that 15 to 20 year mark where I really began to start feeling that way. It was sooner than that. It was around the 10-year mark that I started feeling that way and wondering, gee, do I want to do this for the rest of my life, in my career life, be in sales and go through this routine over and over again? Because one thing that I really don't do very well with is routine. That's why a lot of us get into sales. We like it because every day is a little bit different. We don't do the same routine. And when things start becoming routine, we get bored easily. So what do you do if you're in sales and you begin to find things becoming routine? Maybe you're getting a little bored with your position and your job. Well, what I would suggest is a couple of things. Number one, find a way to make it challenging. If you're cruising along and you're doing well with your numbers and you're going to hit your quota or your sales target or whatever it is that your company has established for you to hit, mentally raise it. Challenge yourself to do better. Challenge yourself to find more prospects, get a higher percentage of your prospects closed. Look at your key performance indicators. What percentage of prospects are you closing? How many prospects are you hitting in a week, a month, a year? What's the average dollars you're achieving when you close a prospect? What's the average dollars you're achieving from your existing customers? All of those can be challenges that you can create by increasing the level that you want to perform at. And that'll kind of take some of the doldrums out of the sales. It gives you a bit more of a challenge. And frankly, it's not low-hanging fruit. It's not easy to go get. It makes you work a little harder to go get it. So that can help. That can help take the routine out of it. For me, what took the routine out of sales was training. Now, I was in the long run looking at it, very fortunate to be in an industry, the automotive parts industry. I got in right on the cusp of technology changing very radically and very quickly. Automobiles were required by the government to become more safe, produce less pollution, and get higher fuel mileage all at the same time back in the mid to late 1970s. And so by the 1980s, more advanced technology was showing up quickly on automobiles. And technicians did not understand the technology. And so many of the companies that I sold for, if you remember, I've said in previous videos that I was a manufacturer's agent at that point and represented a lot of different companies. And many of the companies I sold for offered training. And I remember going to training, one of the first training events that I ever went to was put on by one of my sales managers, and he was a really good trainer. He really knew how to connect with his audience, get the message across, get the information across. And I remember sitting there watching light bulbs go on and seeing people become empowered by the information they were receiving and thinking, man, that's it. This is the ticket. I want to do this. And so Throughout the years, I worked hard to learn how to become a trainer and actually started doing training. And that was the ticket for me. That's what kept me in sales and kept me happy with sales. Not that I wouldn't have stayed in sales anyway, but it added a dimension to my career that made it much, much more enjoyable. And in fact, when I had an opportunity to really dive full force into training, and then sales became secondary part of my career, I looked forward to doing that because I really, it was fulfilling and I really enjoyed it. So my point to you is that if you're at the point in sales where you're beginning to feel like I'm a little stale, this is a little bit become routine, I'm a little bored with it, challenge yourself. See if you can make yourself perform better than you're doing. There's always room for improvement. Or find some additional aspect of sales that will make it more interesting to you and get the creative juices flowing and challenge you. When something becomes boring, when something becomes routine, it's because it's not challenging anymore. You need to find a challenge. If you do that, I guarantee you'll have a long, successful, fruitful career and one that'll be very enjoyable and fulfilling for you. I'm Joe Ferguson. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share it with somebody that you think might benefit from it, and comment below. I'd love to hear your comments about what you do to keep sales fresh and exciting for you. Also, please remember to subscribe. YouTube tells me that about 30% of my viewers are subscribed. That means 70% of you that are viewing this video aren't my subscribers, and I'd sure appreciate it if you subscribe. It would help me a lot. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Thursday on Sales Talk with Joe.